My goodness. And it is sad, when we say it like this. But again, check yourself. Before you rush to judgment, check yourself. Because we may not mention all the negative habits now, but you just analyze the things you do that you don't know. The first thing we're talking about is negative mindset. So, negative mindset, some people are noted to have negative outlook over everything. It's in fact they don't even know that they live like that. They are habitually negative. Well, if you tell them anything, they will find the negative about it for you. Oh my goodness! Come on, man.
They are the dream killers, right?
They are the dream killers, and they don't just do it to people around them; they do it to themselves. In fact, it is something that they have, cultivated. And they have joy about it. If they think that they are going to fail, it gives them some reward. What kind of reward? I don't know. Definitely, what kind of reward? I don't know. I can't just put my hands on it. But for some people, being negative over every situation is what they do. They probably don't know that is how they are doing in their life, but they come through all the time. If nobody points it to them, they will continue to do it and do it and do it. Some people too, just making sure that some other people are doing bad. It makes them feel better. I've seen, in my young years on earth right now, I've seen a group of people who only feel that they are doing well when others are failing.
Wow.
My goodness.
And you're saying that they have done it over and over, again and again, that it's now part of them. It's a habit that they have.
It's now part of them. Right. It's now part of them. I wanted to make sure that people here are not saying that it is not. It is now part of them. They do it without knowing. They only feel that they have succeeded if the person next to them is failing. That is a habit that is called a negative mindset habit. The mindset of jealousy, the mindset of, there's another
Somebody
word.
in trouble.
Yeah, always feeling that they only feel good about themselves if the next person around them is feeling horrible. As a matter of fact, to the extreme, there's a case in New York, Long Island rapists that have just been arrested. Serial killer that has been just arrested. This man, allegedly, we got to be careful. It's innocent until proven guilty, right? This man allegedly raped and killed three women, and this is a man that owns an architectural firm in Midtown, Manhattan. Think about it. This man has made it. His family, born and bred in New York, nice family with kids. Middle-aged white man. Everything is working out for them. Living and having a business in, the expensive part of New York City, living in Long Island, expensive places like that. And yet there's a habit that came through and he did not stop. And again, it is not easy. I'm pretty sure he wanted to stop, but did not seek the help that he needed, because his rewards for raping and killing women were to see women in pain. Seeing other people suffer gave him, the joy to feel good. Oh my goodness. Even when I say it, I feel horrible. Yes. And as a matter of fact, they were analyzing him on TV and they were saying this before we even decided to talk about this subject. He feels good when he sees other people suffer. And as a matter of fact, apart from killing those people, he was calling the families of these women whom she killed to torment them. And the people who were analyzing his mind said that when he hears the family members also cry, he felt good. He was sexually aroused just to hear that other people are crying on the other end. My goodness. So if I say that some people have a habit of seeing other people fail just to feel better, I'm not being far-fetched. The extreme is what we are seeing. But there are a lot of people we are working with, doing life with, who unintentionally, they have developed it over years, probably through their childhood. They don't even know. And they are hurting other people because that's the only way they feel good about themselves. And so that is one example of a negative habit that can happen. Negative mindset. This is where that has sent us. I don't know if you have anything.
Yes. So if you think of in terms of health, right? They will say that, oh, everybody will die. There is no point in trying to maybe do intermittent fasting or cutting down portion size, exercising, hurting your body, muscle pull, muscle hurt. Why does it have to go through all that? Because everybody is going to die anyway. Because of their mindset.
Negative mindset.
And the outlook of life is so negative that everything that they think of or they see around, they don't have anything good to say about, because they have these habits that they've cultivated over a long period of time.
My goodness. And it is sad, when we say it like this. But again, check yourself before you rush to judgment. Check yourself, because we may not mention all the negative habits now, but you just analyze the things you do that you don't know were habits that you have developed over the years.
Yeah, so we can also term these people as being pessimists, right?
Some of them are pessimistic.
Some are very pessimistic. Everything, they always dwell on the negative side.
Instead of being optimistic and being positive. Not that, we are not realists. We are realists. And I think on this show, we talked about one time where we actually said that, having faith doesn't mean that you should just pray and sit down and call machines to be built when you are not working. We know you have to be realistic. And we are men and women of faith. But, you still have to have the optimism, because if you don't have a positive mindset, then you're not going to launch out. You're not going to do anything for yourself. So you got to have first your mindset change to be positive. And then after that, everything else that is required will fall in place. Behavior is an action. Anything that you do, whether you have thought about it or you have planned or it came naturally with you, whatever it is, it's a host of all the things you can do. We can say everything you do is a result of your behavior. You are behaving, you are acting some way because you have made either a deliberate choice or in some instances, a subconscious choice. But whatever it is, you have chosen to do something. So any action, like she said, can be classified as behavior. So basically, it can be induced, right? By your internal stimuli or your external stimuli, outside forces invoking you or inducing you to do something, or something that you do because of how you feel within your body or your mind or wherever. So now let's link that to habits. What would we say habits are?
Yeah, so habits is a type of behavior. So I think habits, we can say that it's a subset of behavior. It's a section of behavior. But a habit is a little different from behavior in the way that it's more like it's repetitive, like you do it over and over a period of time. So you have a behavior and you're doing it over and over again, then that becomes a habit. So behavior can be just one time due to external factors or internal things that is happening to you. That can be a behavior. But it becomes a habit when you do it repeatedly, like over a long period of time. Then it will get to a point that you don't even think about it. It's become second nature to you.
That's the key word. It's become second nature.
Comfortable doing it over a period of time.
I think we had a number to it. Do you remember how much?
So like 21 times. So if you have a behavior and you do it over and over, if you do it continuously for about 21 days, 21 times, maybe if you're doing it daily and you do it repeatedly for 21 days, it becomes a habit because you're doing it over and over. And it's ingrained in the brain. Such that you don't even think of it and it's done. Like driving to work. You know your path so well that you get to work and you're like, how did I even get there? It has become second nature to you.
So it is ingrained in your brain. It is second nature. Those are key words. I mean, we are not just talking about this for talking's sake, we are going to link it to your health, how your choices are made, why you cannot eat some foods that everybody knows are good for you, why you don't exercise. It is because of some habitual things that you do or some behaviors that you have to do. So these are all going to come together once we become more specific, but we just want to make sure that so that when we talk about how to break certain habits, you will know how to do that and the importance of doing it. And it's not just like, oh, I quit. Some people say, oh, I quit, and then tomorrow you see them, they're still doing the same thing. We are closing out, right? And so we will say, Beloved,
we
wish above all things
that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.